For me personally, changes in my personality. I'm quite bubbly and outgoing. I can also become seriously wound up or extremely withdrawn. So that's a sign.
When I was working for the 2 weeks leading to my nervous breakdown, one of my colleagues that I spoke to last week did say that he thought I was pretty manic. And that was his phrase, and I would agree with that. And another thing, I suppose, a learning tool for other employers as well, is that you've got to sort of, if you see a person mood changing, if someone that's overt perhaps becomes withdrawn, or on the other hand, if someone that's withdrawn becomes more overt, which is, well, I've been quite an own person anyway, but to look out for these things and to do the right thing. And I think the right thing with my employers was to say to me, Gary, you didn't take time out here.
For me, there are things like procrastination. If I start to procrastinate hugely about odd things, that's usually a sign.
I've seen people kind of isolate themselves. Like, I know I used to isolate myself at lunchtime, or I'd go away myself, and that wasn't even just to do with eating, that was just because I didn't like being around people. So I could presume quite a lot of people would be the same that way.
If I don't want to answer the telephone, that can be a sign. And obviously, given the sort of job I do, phones are quite useful. So there's an immediate thing there that says, well, hang on, are you not answering that call because you deliberately have got something that's more important, or are you stepping away from something? And if you're stepping away from something, why? What do you want to do about it?
Snapping at colleagues, very emotional, crying, just not coping with work, not coping with the workload that they're getting. That wouldn't, if they were well, they would cope with.
Sleep's another one. I mean, I read voraciously, I always have done, but I can spot that if I'm reading to avoid sleeping or the concern that if I'm sleeping I'm going to be thinking about other things.
Managers generally, when they come across a mental health issue within their team, in the first instance it is a lack of understanding possibly, and actually when they understand what mental health is and what mental illness is, they get a chance to reflect on their own situation, because it is actually having an adverse effect on their own mental health. It is putting additional stress in terms of them, in terms of managing the individual, managing the rest of the team and their implications. So actually when they understand what is the underlying effect, that's as they get a chance to improve their own mental health and actually learn some techniques where it actually benefits them and themselves in the long term.
I think they realised that something wasn't quite right. I hadn't been myself. I was maybe a bit more sort of emotional or a bit more snappy, and I think I don't think they realised that it was actually something like depression or my anxiety underlying it. And I think it all sort of fell into place for them once they realised that that was what was going on. And it helped them be able to put things in place for me, because if I wasn't telling them, they weren't to know, and they didn't know how to help me. So it was a great reaction from them, and I'm so grateful for the help they put in place for me.
A RAP plan is a wellness recovery action plan, where it's a tool that we use. You can do a short condensed RAP, and it's one document, and you fill in what you're like when you're well, what you're like when you're unwell, signs and symptoms, who to contact, and we share them in our workplace with each other, because most of us have had lived experience but living with a mental illness long term, or we've experienced it in the past. So this wellness recovery action plan is a plan that we share, that people can, although we know each other, you know each other a wee bit more, and you can see the signs and symptoms that somebody's mental health is taking a dip. So that's really helpful in the workplace for us.